We got 2 new events in Borderlands 3 that can give you a lot of easy and unlimited legendaries. I want to touch on the new update, give a weapon away and way more. So let's get into it. A like on the video would be awesome and let's go. Not sure if you played during April Fools or on April 2nd in some regions, because Gearbox had a funny change. Flex pets were namely incredibly small. Pretty cute for sure. The Digiclone from Sane was very small as well, but the most fun thing was Most, who could get into the Iron Bear and then actually shrink as well. So then you were controlling a very small character, and yes, someone could then still hop on. And I will just let the gameplay speak for itself. It's very fun. So it was a small little event. Many people actually thought that it was a glitch, because Gearbox did not announce anything for April Fools. And I'm happy to report that this glitch has now been fixed. We'll talk about some real changes with the most recent update in a second, but let's first go over a new weapon that was added, the Superstreamer ++ shotgun, that you get if you have Amazon Prime and then link it to your Shift account. You want to claim it on the official website that I will link in the video description. Then you will get an in-game mail and that will then include the gun. It's a purple gun, but it can totally hold its own on Mayhem 4, especially against enemies with shields. And it has this very powerful effect on a reload, where you have these homing missiles go to the target. And sure, that is nothing new, but it's still pretty strong. No, really the Twitch look is the standout for this gun. And yes, I would say if you have Prime, then why not get it? Again, the link is in the description. Let's talk about legendaries now, and no, not from the vending machines, because that event is over now. And during the final hours of that event, it seemed to have triggered some bugs for people, like Daniel, who reached out to me on Twitter at JorRaptor, had not 1 or 2 legendaries, but way more in a vending machine. So that is pretty nice, but again, the event is over now, so the vending machines are useless again. Just like the event where the takedown bosses drop way more loot. They will obviously still drop a ton of loot, just not as much as we saw during the previous week. We luckily still got some runs in during our weekly Borderlands stream on twitch.tv/JorRaptor. Every Thursday we are live and then also talk about the new things that Gearbox just announced. And right now they announced a slot machine event that is actually live already right now. They did confirm though that it only works on Sanctuary 3. And that's pretty sad, because we of course got one DLC that is all about the casino with slot machines and stuff like that. But it's still a very fun event though. The legendaries namely drop left and right, and all you need is money and iridium. And I don't know about you, but I got a ton of iridium that is just sitting there. And now we can basically turn it into money or great legendaries. You namely only have to pay 10 iridium for the fault line machine and then have a 33% chance to get a legendary, 33% chance that you have to run away because there's a grenade coming out of the machine, and there's also a 33% chance that it's something else. At least that is according to the calculations from It's Low Gunyo on Reddit, who rolled these machines 400 times to calculate the drop chance, and it's pretty close to reality. In my experience, there's even a higher chance to get legendaries than 33%, like even higher than the grenades show up. Or actually, that seems to be the case for this fault line machine and the loot boxer machine as well, where the other two do occasionally drop these grenades that deal a ton of damage. The other two machines, and especially the fault line machine, has like a 66% chance to give you legendaries, and the other things that can come out of the machine are like gray and blue items. So useless, but they don't deal damage to you. So that is pretty interesting. This calculation seems to be right for some of the slot machines, but not for this iridium one. Either way, apart from weapons, you can also get grenades and shields in the fault line machine. It really seems like your all-around best option. And again, what the heck are you going to do with the iridium anyways? And if you don't like the weapon or the roll, just still pick it up and sell it at the vending machine near Marcus to get some money. So then you basically turned 10 iridium in some nice dollars. The loot boxer mostly gives you weapons, but I actually got a ton of money from this one as well, because when you see the $3 signs appear, then you get $127,000 per stack you pick up. And it does not matter what Mayhem mode you play the game on, by the way, the loot and money from these slot machines is not impacted. So yes, that totally means that you can just re-roll this slot machine over and over again and you will get more dollars over time. Then we also have the cash trap machine that is nice for class mods, and the Think one that is next to it is nice for legendary shields and grenades. And no, not the explosive grenades that roll out of the machine, actual legendary grenades. So this totally makes it super easy to get some of the main game items on level 57 without having to kill an enemy or quit to the main menu to reset anything. You can also just keep going until you got the good roll and anoints on your favorite weapons. Again, especially the Iridium machine is just great because you can turn that useless currency into an actual useful thing. We also got the Trials Take All mini event for the Proving Grounds, with bosses having a 100% chance to drop loot from their pools during this event. And both events are, by the way, live for 1 week, so starting April 2nd till April 9th. Mental Mars made an excellent page with all the loot that can drop from these final bosses in the different Proving Grounds, and it's all linked to the main game class mods. So just search for the one that you want, and then you will see the trial that you need to go to complete. And I will leave a link to this awesome page in the video description. I got 3 class mods from the Trial of Cunning boss one time on Mayhem 4, but good to note is that these bosses have multiple class mods in their loot pool. So you will always get something from that loot pool, but not maybe the one that you were looking for. Let's say that I want the very powerful Rack Pack class mod from Flag that you get from this boss on Mayhem 4, then the chance that I get it is increased, but it's not a guaranteed get. You always get one thing from their loot pool, just maybe not the one that you were looking for. So it's still pretty hard to farm this activity because you of course have to rerun the Proving Grounds to get to this boss. If you play in co-op or in split screen, then you do have the increased drops from the badass enemies as well, so you will get more legendaries during the regular encounters too. So that's nice, but it's still not as good compared to a Slaughter Shaft or the other activities that you can do with this badass event. And the slot machines are now very nice as well. So that slot machine and that trial event is now active for 1 week when you play the game with an internet connection. You have to wait in the main menu to see the hotfix applied sign appear, and then you know that these events are active. And then you also have the new changes that they just released. One is for the new Amara class mod from DLC 2 that would increase the damage that you take, while as we see right here, it says that it should reduce it. Well, they actually now fixed it. We also have a change for the new amazing artifact, or actually also a fix. I already showed you this amazing artifact in my previous video, because you get it by playing through the main story of the second DLC. So the description was not right before, but now it is. It namely gives you a 1% damage increase on consecutive hits, up to a max of 15 hits. And if you got the maximum stack of 15, then you get an additional 90% damage bonus, and that's of course really huge. They also changed some weapons, but I actually want to go more in depth on that in a future video, because there's a ton to talk about and I need some more time to fully focus on everything. You can already see the increases though that Gearbox shared here, but from testing the weapons, more things actually changed. So we'll do a more in-depth look a little later. You can win a weapon though in this video, and that is the amazing Anarchy Plus that I already showed you in my previous video with a very good annoyance. All you need to do is put your PlayStation Network ID in a reply under the pinned comment for a chance to win, and only subscribers of the channel can win, so totally be a subscriber first. Cage Bun Shin won the amazing redistributor from my previous video. Dennis will send you an invite on the PlayStation Network, and then the gun. So yes, totally subscribe for way more Borderlands 3 content. April is going to be a huge month with Mayhem 2.0 and a new event that will be coming. I will keep you up to date here, so keep an eye out for that. Like this video to support the channel, and totally check out my previous video on amazing farm tactics to get the new DLC weapons. You can watch it by clicking on the screen, or after a new kind of thing that Dennis and I want to try at the end of a Borderlands 3 video. Dennis, we are here at the slot machines.
Yes.
And you had a funny idea.
Yeah, we have invented a new kind of game. So what we're basically going to do is you're going to use the slot machine. And when you get a legendary, I can't see the item card, so I have to guess which legendary it is by just how the weapon looks. And we're going to see how many I can get. If I get one wrong, I stop. And then next video, it's going to be your turn. And we'll see who does best.
Okay. I will, and if it's a grenade, we all jump away, but should be fine.
This should be a... Okay,
yeah,
so that's a
this
grenade.
is hard.
I'm not gonna guess that. I'm not gonna guess that. This should be your weapon. This should be your weapon. This is the. Let me see. Is it the boring gun? Or...
It's the lob. You can see it.
I was gonna go for the lob. Okay, well that's 0
No,
out of
no,
1,
no,
so...
no, no, we're gonna continue. This is not how
Okay,
it
I
works.
got one more. Another legendary weapon. That is a Devastator.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna continue. Machine.
No, that's nice. This is the duck.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 for 2. Technically 2 for 3. Another legendary weapon. That is the ASMR.
Yeah, ASMD. Yeah. But
Oh, ASMD. I'm sorry. ASMR.
yeah, but I know what you meant.
Cut that out. That's not in the video. Okay. Is that a Cutsman? Yeah, right?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Is it a good Cutsman though?
No, it was not anointed. It was incendiary.
Yeah. So here's another weapon. That is the long musket.
Yeah.
5 out of 6 because I didn't guess the lob correctly. But...
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's very good. I will. Let's see how. Let's do 5 for or 6 for me then as well next time. Okay.
That's okay.
Let's see how many I can guess. So subscribe, of course, for way more Borderlands 3 coverage. Like the video to support the channel, and don't check out our previous video on some awesome and legendary farm tactics to get the new weapons that were recently added. For now, we will speak to you next time, and goodbye.